Yo, what is up guys, I'm here hitting up with a new video. We got the trailers of the two new units, Plume and Hizuki Mari, which is a SR unit I did not see coming, but I think we already saw her. I think she was, isn't she the unit that was in the background in one of the JPEGs we got in the game? Might be wrong about that, but those are two new dark unit, and Hizuki Mari is coming on Plume's banner as the disorder rate up. So if you pull for a year, you're basically guaranteed to get her. But yeah, let's just check out what they are all about, and I just give you my honest opinion on them, because I also feel like most of you guys maybe, or what's most of you guys, but a lot of you guys might want to listen to the opinion of your favorite content creator, right, about these two new units and what I think about them and if I will pull them, and generally speaking, right? So basically that's for that. And hey, in case you're new, subscribe. Okay, let's jump straight into Plume and see what she's all about. I was 50-50 on if she's DPS or support, because with the sword you kind of feel like, okay, can she be a DPS type of unit, and also with the cling around it sound like a buff, like it could have been a 50-50 type of situation. AoE dispel, defense, break, and weakness. Yeah, a Gatsby loves her. This is exactly a unit Gatsby needs, right? Or Gatsby, depending on how many lettuces you invested in him. But this is exactly what the brother needed. Like, I was looking at the units, I was testing him a lot. I showed you his full power video, the last video, right, with Gatsby. He is really good. There are a couple of setups you can do in PvP, but also like in RTA and stuff like that. He just misses a unit that fills a specific role. That's why, for example, I said to kind of utilize on Gatsby in PvP, you need Nahor, because Nahor fills two roles, which is a CC and a defense break at the same time, because he does not have the defense ignore like a Messiah. So he needs a little bit of help, but you only have 4 units. So how do you how do you make a team in sync for that, right? She is really good, because what does she do? She combines 2 different things: Dispel, AoE, and she has a defense break, which is huge, because now you don't need, for example, Heinrich or Gatsby. You can use her instead, because she does the same thing. She strips and defense breaks. Big thing. And her S2 increases damage dealt by allies. So she is not only a monster theoretically in PvP, because this spelling is, I think that was it actually the other day when I was streaming, I said we need more stripper in this game, AoE strip in this game, because what do we have as AoE strip really? I think the only strips we have is Heinrich, Mia. I mean, Obol has a strip on his S2, but do you want to really start off with a strip? Necessarily not really, and it's not that reliable. It's a single hit with maximum of 2. We did not have that many, or the best AoE strippers, right? It was not the best, but it was kind of limited as an option, right? So it's cool we have her now, because that adds another option on the table. I really hope her base speed is high. I hope she's not just a standard 122 type of unit. I really hope she's a little bit faster. I hope she's like 126 base speed or when you 6-star her. That's cool, because basically what she does is just she has that unique debuff, that Kirk drill that increases damage output to enemies, which is cool. She has that on S1. I like that, because the S1 is AoE. That can be a little bit annoying in PvP with her survivability, with all the countering and stuff going on, but in general it's good, because you just got a new unique debuff to play into that role of applying debuffs, right? You have the stun, you have the attack break, you have the defense down, you have the res down, now you have that effect. Basically all these different debuffs help, for example, Gatsby getting his effect of increasing his damage. So when you have him at 555, or especially the S1 is max skilled, now if you attack a unit that is not red, you get an easier time getting up that 60% damage increase. If it's a red unit, you have an easier time getting that 180% damage increase bonus. high difficulty PvE. I just realized chat. Guys, oh no, there's no chat. And this is not a live stream, this is a recording. She is the solution for Aparte Nightmare. We can finally replace Viper there. And we have a defense break. Oh my god. I just realized that. Oh good. Okay. I will get her, kill Aparte, and then I get an extra lettuce. Perfect. Finally. 1 stack of curse kill. Oh, she also has a speed down too. Yo, she's gonna kill Aparte. Oh, I can finally beat that stage. It's so annoying. And I can bring Gatsby too, because I had the issue before. I was using Ziada because of how it works the stage. But now with her, you can actually replace the Viper slot with her. Oh, that helps a lot. Oh, that's also huge. That is huge. When they take action, your team takes action. Oh, that's good. That's also huge. That is also huge because, oh, that's so good. That is so good because that also helps her out in PvP, because her role is in PvP to strip, land the defense break, and then lands the weakness on top. Because there are units like, for example, a Holden, a Mizuki, a Tiamat who like to counter, right? Now applying the weakness when they countering helps Plumes a little bit more with the survivability, that you're not getting just one-shotted by getting countered to death, right? This will help her out for sure. But that also helps out with what I just said in Aparte, for example, because if you don't have Viper, you do get more damage, but with that weakness debuff on top on the Aparte as well, you basically tank the damage a little bit better. That is pretty damn amazing. So what's my general opinion about her? Yeah, she's 100% gonna be pulled. And in terms of lettuce, my first impression about her is she's a 414 unit right off the bat, because her S1 has probably some sort of passive ability in her kit, right? So you need to invest into the S1. The S1 you need to invest because it's probably having the speed in it, so you have to invest at least, get that to level 4. And her S3, because the S3 is where it's all about with the strip, the defense break and stuff like that, where they increase the percentages and stuff. So this is what you also want to increase. S2 we gotta wait and see what's all about, but my first impression, she's for sure a 414 unit. Maybe they even are generous enough put the speed in the S3, but I don't think they did. And also there's probably something in the S1 in itself, but first impression 414. And the cool thing is, even though she's not what I was hoping for, an AoE DPS unit, which is fine, I guess, because she has an amazing toolkit, and I will make will 100% make use of it. And guys, I can tell you something, when I get my hands on this unit, you will have a field day with all the stuff I cook up in PvP. 100% you will see that. So the good thing about it, since she is a support unit, all you need from her is 1 copy. You don't need P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, whatever it might be, because you, generally speaking, with DPS units, you want to have DPS units with more dupes in it, because that helps them with their damage output overall, right? But since she's a support unit, she doesn't really need it. So all you need is that 1 copy. If you get like double or triple in 1 tentpole, hey, you're good. I mean, take it. But I think she doesn't need it, and I think her ascensions are probably going to be, maybe at P2 they give her accuracy, like a 12% accuracy boost, and at P4 maybe a resistance increase or something like that, because everything else doesn't really make sense, right? But yeah, let's jump to Hizuki Mari, the SR unit. You are getting a CC stun with res down. How many times does it hit? A quick question, guys. Lake, new shell? Is this a new shell? Let me watch her real quick here. Did they just leak? They just leaked a new shell. Chat, we are getting... Chat, why I'm saying chat, we are not live streaming, man. So, a little bit of time to I did a YouTube video. But yeah, we are getting a new shell. I think that's probably going to be the YouTube title, leaked new shells. Okay, basically the same as Marvel. I think this is absolutely fine, because in PvE that works fantastic, right? Absolutely fantastic. You don't really bother too much. And it's just another Gatsby support for PvP. Seriously, it's just another Gatsby support, because this is also what you want from it. You have a unit that has basically a CC type of build that also provides an attack up. Insane. Ah, okay, she does a 2-hit AoE. Okay, this is now good, because if it would be just a single hit, she would have been ass. Not gonna lie, guys, because of Petrify and the res down, because single hits are not good. I hope she has a high percentage on these 2 hits. I hope that those are at least 70%. Good thing I saved up purple lettuces. I have 3 purple lettuces right now, so when a banner drops, I'm probably sitting on like 8 or so. Okay, nothing else. So basically, she has S3 is a... We don't know what Petrify does, but Petrify is like... Yeah, petrifies, and what kind of unique ability it has, right? It could be the case, since they said she's strong against PvP healers, that it might be the case that they cannot, that in petrify state the units cannot be healed. Could be the case. Or like the healing amount is lowered by a lot, because they said here something with where was it? Let's switch. Okay, yeah, what was it again? Yeah, what was it? Her passive affects all units on the battle. On the battle. That's how it works. I see. So basically, her passive ability is what reduces the healing in battle. That is actually huge, because what you're fighting in PvP in terms of bruiser is like Holden, Tiamat, Raohu, Mizuki, those type of units. Those are all defense HP type scaling units. So if they get an attack increase, it doesn't matter, because they don't even scale with that at all. What it does though is it makes a potential Lilium stronger, right? So Lilium does get stronger with that. Keep that in mind. But outside of that, if you're countering anything, and for example, she's a great pick if someone decides to pick like 3 healers or so into their team, right? And then you throw her in, and we also have to see like how much the healing is reduced. But she could be something, if you pick like too many healers and you see her in your opponent's team, you'll be like, oh, you're forced to ban her, otherwise you won't have a good time with your healing, right? So that could for sure be a case. I'm curious about the Petrify ability, what it uniquely does over CCing. And what I love about it, it has res down. Res down is huge in my opinion, because the res down allows, because many people play with triple res builds and stuff like that, it just allows you to land your debuffs more frequently. So if you want to have her, for example, you combo her with Plume together, you do Plume first with the strip if there is Bulwark in there or whatnot, right? So you have like either Plume or Heinrich go first, strip all this good stuff, you know, then you have her to go next to CC res down, and then you can do all your different shenanigans, whatever you want, right? And I think this is the Petrify is 1 turn, CC obviously it's never 2 turn, and you have a 2 turn res down is what I'm expecting here. And you want to prioritize, if you want to use her for PvP at least, you for sure want to use get her to 414 as well, because it's all about in those fields. But I think with proper units it really doesn't matter too much, you get them easily to 555 anyways. I will 555 for her right off the bat anyways. But yeah, so that's my initial impressions of these 2 new units with Hizuki Mari and with Plume. I like both characters a lot. I will pull both characters. I mean, it's a given, like if you pull Plume you automatically will get Hizuki Mari. But yeah, I will for sure get both. I'm going to letters them up. I do have enough letters for Plume to make a decent showcase for her, so I expect a decent showcase from Plume from my side. So be on the lookout, because if I drop a PvP Plume showcase, you want to see that. You for sure want to see that. But yeah, that's it for today's videos, guys. It's also a little bit longer than usual, because there was a lot of different topics to cover here. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm really excited to see that, because I feel like this is something I really need, and especially it's so good for Gatsby. Gatsby is going to be so good with these units, man. It's gonna be insane. I will have a field day once I figure out certain comps. It will be beautiful. Chef's kiss. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate it, and see you with the next one. Deuces.